announced a grant of 7.5 million US dollars for making available HPV sampling kits, detection kits, and cervical cancer vaccines to countries in the Indo-Pacific as part of the Cancer Moonshot initiative. India will also offer technical assistance and capacity building on DPI in cancer care to interested countries from the Indo-Pacific through its commitment of $10 million to the WHO's Global Initiative on Digital Health. There's a commitment from the CIV India in partnership with Gavi and the Quad to 40 million HPV vaccine doses for the Indo-Pacific region. India will also invest $2 million in setting up new solar projects in Fiji, Comoros, Madagascar, and Seychelles. The Quad partners agreed to launch a maritime initiative for training in the Indo-Pacific. It's called Maitri, to enable Indo-Pacific partners to maximize tools provided through IPMDA and other Quad initiatives. Last but not least, India announced a new category of scholarships for students of the Indo-Pacific region that would enable them to pursue four-year bachelor's level engineering programs at Indian government-funded technical institutes. Yes, one more point I would like to make. India will host the inaugural Quad Ports of the Future Partnership Conference next year, which will harness the Quad's expertise to support sustainable and resilient port infrastructure development across the Indo-Pacific. Apart from the Quad event, let me cover very quickly some themes in the Prime Minister's meeting with President Biden. As I had previewed in my briefing earlier this week, both sides on the occasion of this meeting exchanged agreements pertaining to the deposit of the instruments of ratification for Pillar 3 and Pillar 4 of the IPEF and the overarching agreement thereof. Foreign Minister Dr. Jaishankar and Secretary of State Tony Blinken also exchanged the agreement pertaining to a bilateral drug policy framework and the accompanying MOU. During the meeting itself, both sides discussed at length the ever-expanding agenda of the India-US Comprehensive Global Strategic Partnership, which has left no aspect of human endeavor untouched. They discussed ongoing cooperation in technology, in clean energy, in space, our engagement in defense and security, and of course the regional and global situation. Prime Minister thanked President Biden for his pioneering role in strengthening the India-US partnership over the last 4 years. In particular, he highlighted President Biden's legacy initiative of the initiative on critical and emerging technologies. There is a joint fact sheet that has been released with regard to the India-US part of it. I'm sure all of you have it, so I won't go into the details of the fact sheet. I just flag a few. For instance, the US-India roadmap to build safe and secure global clean energy supply chains. Under this, the United States has agreed to leverage nearly $1 billion in multilateral IBRD funding guarantees. This is to accelerate the expansion of safe and secure clean energy supply chains through US and Indian manufacturing of clean energy technologies and components. The leaders also welcomed progress between India's National Investment and Infrastructure Fund and the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation to provide up to $500 million each to anchor the Green Transition Fund, as well as encourage private sector investors to match these efforts. President Biden welcomed India's decision to set a uniform GST of 5% on the MRO sector, and we welcomed commitments from US industry to further increase India's MRO capabilities for the repair of aircraft and other platforms. Just let me give you a brief snapshot of the Prime Minister's two other meetings with Prime Minister Kishida and Prime Minister Albanese. With Prime Minister Kishida, as you are aware, it was in the nature of a farewell meeting given the party elections that are scheduled later this month in Japan. Prime Minister appreciated in a very fulsome fashion the contribution to the bilateral relationship that has been made by Prime Minister Kishida.
तो यहाँ पर विदेश सचिव की आप प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देख रहे थे जो बता रहे थे इस दौरे में पीएम की जो मुलाकातें यहाँ पर हुई हैं, जो बाइडेन से जो मुलाकात हुई द्विपक्षीय बातचीत में अमेरिका और भारत के बीच आपसी सहयोग को और आगे बढ़ाने की दिशा में यहाँ पर बातचीत हुई। इसके अलावा जापान के प्रधानमंत्री और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के प्रधानमंत्री अल्बनीज़ी से भी पीएम की मुलाकात यहाँ पर हुई है। क्वाड सम्मेलन में पीएम जो है वो शामिल हुए, जहाँ पर साझा बयान भी जो है वो जारी किया गया, जहाँ पर समुद्री सुरक्षा के क्षेत्र में सहयोग अलावा इंडो पैसिफिक में प्रशिक्षण के लिए मैत्री जैसी बातों पर जो है वो आम सहमति बनी है।